down by the River Thames and, of course, the Houses of Parliament. But for the next 6 weeks, this great city of London will be the stage for the largest festival of Irish arts ever to have been held outside of Ireland. In something like 48 venues all over the city, and again 100 different events with participants taking place from north and south of the border. And if I can quote to you just very briefly from their press handout, A Sense of Ireland, as the festival is called, involves many of Ireland's leading contemporary artists and companies, and it will present Irish cultural life as it is today, reflecting in particular the developments of the last 2 decades as well as Ireland's cultural heritage. Well, the man who has lived with the whole idea for the last 2 years and who has finally made it happen is John Stephenson.
Well, you know, I never thought we'd reach the day. The festival is now open, there are artists arriving in, and over the next 6 weeks it's going to be rolling. It's been a hard slog. It's been 2 years of solid work, but there's been a great team and a great response both here and in Ireland. So I'm excited and a bit anxious, of course, because it's hard to say how things will go, but if the signs are anything to go by, I think we have got success on our hands there.
Of course, a lot of people regard it as a very ambitious scheme, which it is, but also bearing in mind the temperature, say, in England towards Ireland at the moment with all the troubles over the last 10 years. I mean, don't you think that maybe it's a bit over-ambitious that the English will react favourably to such a festival?
Well, they have been reacting favourably, and the important thing is they are reacting. A festival can very easily get lost in London, which is why, in a sense, it was ambitious to put it on a major scale. So that there are 40, increasing to 50 venues from South London to North London, Croydon to Watford. There's theatre, music, visual arts, literature, crafts, design, architecture, everything conceivable, happening over 6 weeks. And you need that to actually get the impact, so that there is a reaction. But as I say, the reaction is one of positive interest, not just from the Irish community, but from Londoners generally. Yes,
this is the point. Who do you hope to attract into the various events? Do you see it as primarily the Irish and Londoners?
Well, it is. It's going to be just that, is the Irish and Londoners. But Londoners are important in this context, is that an Irish festival has got to go beyond the Irish community, which it is. The impact has got to be one of improving understanding, I think. And, you know, that is and has been a problem, that the view of the Irish and Ireland in Britain is a distorted one. It's either shamrocks, leprechauns, greenery and cottages, or it's the tragedy on the streets in the north. And there's a lot more to us than that. There's a lot more to what we are about and what we can do. And this festival, I think, will help to demonstrate that, and will help to show that.
What do you hope to portray exactly over the next 6 weeks?
The main thing, I think, is to show the diversity of our society, to show also the increasing sophistication of ourselves as a people, that you know, we don't need to make any apologies for ourselves.
How do you think the arts have developed in Ireland over the last couple of decades?
Well, there has been quite an explosion of Irish arts activity. We're known, obviously, for theatre, literature and music, but now there's increasing activity in filmmaking, in photography, in design, in architecture, and although young, they are quite exciting.
And at the end of the 6-week period, what kind of legacy do you hope to leave behind here in London?
Well, I hope in the first instance that everyone has a good time, that they enjoy what we're presenting, and that they appreciate it, and that afterwards that there's maybe a backwash of goodwill and of enriched understanding of